Oh boy, haven't we made so much progress? We have made so much progress as a jolly little society in the last however long. That's that MK Ultra in your mind. That's that word magic, abracadabra, on your race. Because that's the first word that comes to your mind, or that's the word that we use, even in the Finnish language. Because this idea popped into my head. Yesterday I was overhearing these three high school girls talking about like whatever. And then they were like, well, we have made so much progress in the last 100 years. I think they were talking about their grandparents or something. And they were talking about like, think about how much progress our grandparents have seen in their lifetime. And then, I don't even think they meant the progress, but that's just the word that we use. Because it's programmed into our minds. When we think about society, civilization, human beings, we think about we have progressed so freaking much. We have progressed so much in the last 100 years. But when you start to think about it, when you start to observe what the hell is going on around you in this jolly little society, you start to like the progress is pretty much the furthest word that we should use. Yeah, we have progressed technologically speaking, but even that, like if we look what kind of buildings we used to make, even what kind of cars we used to make in the 80s, those kind of cars, those Toyotas or whatever, they can last forever. You can just drive miles and miles and miles with those things. And then when we think about the technology, we think about what effects does the technology have on us. Do we call that also progress? And could we actually build these technologies that they would actually be healthy for us? Like they wouldn't actually mind control us. They wouldn't fuck up our biochemistry completely. If we use these technologies, they're probably good. But obviously we don't, by design, because they use the technology to control us. And mind control us even further. But even the buildings, look at the cathedrals, look at the pyramids, look at the Machu Picchu's, all those kind of technolytic structures in Peru and whenever. Like, have we really progressed? Can we build that shit now? Are the buildings we build now better for us than the cathedrals? Have you ever stepped inside of one of these old churches or old cathedrals? Have you ever stepped inside of them? Oh, there's a pike. Oh man, I saw it. There was a big ass pike over there. There's quite a bit of pike over here. Some ways we have progress. There's also quikkas. I saw them very close by. They are very good. They are the diving little ducks. They look super cool. Super sturdy looking. I was observing them very close by just a minute ago. Like we have progressed in some technologies. Like I could get a rifle and hunt these ducks or that pike with much better technologies than we used to. Like that's progress. That makes our lives easier. We can get nutrition from the nature much faster. But our progress in our culture, that's looked down upon. Hunting is viewed as brutal, savage. We should eat soybeans and shit. We shouldn't fish. Maybe we shouldn't because we have polluted our lakes. Now these lakes in the Finland still pretty fresh. But if you live in America, North America, you might not want to eat too many pikes. They might be kinda laden with mercury and shit. But yeah, when we think about hunting, we don't think about progress. We think about we need to get rid of that. That's some old school hunter-gatherer, Neanderthal. How do you pronounce it? Those superhumans back in the day. That's what they used to do. We are so advanced we can eat our nutrition from the peels and powders. Just ask Brian Johnson and all these longevity experts and scientists and wellness and health influencers. They all are selling supplements. Every single one. They're selling red lights. Even though there's one, then there's the best one, but no, buy my lights. Oh, the pike is now there. I kinda wanna show you the pike. Could I do it? They're pretty jumpy. If you get too close to them. You get the point of the video. Oh, the pike is there. Ooh, it's... I wanna see it close. You know what I'm talking about. All that shit brings you further away from these pikes and nature. Where is the pike? They're pretty hard. Oh, now it's there. I just came from there. Or there's multiple pikes, I bet. There has to be multiple pikes. They're pretty camouflaged. Yeah, I don't see them now. We're gonna go swimming soon. The water is cold AF, but I kinda like it. Oh well, trust me bro, I saw a pike, or a couple ones. Anyway, what do you think about? Have we made so much progress? Or are we actually going backwards? If we actually would want to make real good progress, we would have to go here, in the nature. This is where the progress for human beings is really made of. And the things we view as progress as a society right now, or at least we use the word for that brings us to the hell. It brings us backwards. The evolution.